Minimalism can make you feel so good and make you think even better. And the way that I approach minimalism is with three things. First, find out clarity of the end goal and the whole situation. Like, really, first principles thinking. Let's clean this shit up. Once you get that, then you want to be intentional. You want to make intentional decisions with all that clarity. Once you start moving forward and starting kind of like drafting out the whole minimalism journey, whether you're going to throw this out or not, and what's going to be beneficial to you or not. After you do that, then the last one is dedication or discipline, however you want to put it. Like, commitment would be a better word. So clarity, intentionalism, commitment. And that commitment is so important, but you got to think, what are you committing to of the clear picture? Let me explain. I was thinking about this channel and how I upload to it and other channels and all this stuff. And I was like, you know, I think that this making these videos here or on TikTok or whatever is taking away mental bandwidth and focus from the big goal, from making videos to the main channel, the Bonco, the channel, the branding channel, the portfolio pieces, the very helpful stuff. And then I thought, no, actually it's not. It's taking away from those videos now, but it's not taking away from the big goal, which is make a difference in this world. And if I can just kind of figure out a way to work on my focus, not change the videos, because these videos don't take me long, a couple minutes, and then I just hit the upload. If you don't know how I make these videos, watch the channel on the Bonco channel. I go into detail exactly how I do it. Although the app has been really buggy lately, of course, after I upload that video, but it'll get better, I'm sure. Anyways, so I'm thinking, I'm like, do I want to minimize my creative? And I do. I think what I want to do is just change a percentage, but not eliminate. So I'm just going to pour from this bucket into another, a certain amount. And what I had to do is look at the other bucket that it's going to go into, the Bonco channel. And it was too rigid. It was like too tight of a opening to pour anything into. It's just too rigid. So I'm like, okay, well, let's get a new one. We have to get a new kind of way to transfer that focus. Because the focus that I'll be pouring into that is more casual. It's more off the cuff. It's more, what's the word? Effortless. But that kind of fluid doesn't fit in the Bonco channel. So we have to change the storage type. We have to swap over the whole format in a sense. Not really. It's not a drastic change. I'm just talking metaphorically here. So let's just pause here and use another way to explain this. Like, I started trying to kind of explain it, but like, I just started purging my whole digital minimalism thing right now. I'll talk about it later, but I use Clean My Mac, and I'm deleting things. I'm deleting here on the storage, Google Photos, and so on. And then I was like, oh, you know what I want to do? I want to consolidate. I want to take stuff from my Dropbox and move it to Google Drive. And can I delete Dropbox? Because if I can be in the Google ecosystem all the way, that would be better for me. Although I love Dropbox. It's great, but I don't know. I'm just a Gmail person. I'm a Drive person. Sheets. I like Google, Gemini, all that. But I have to delete some stuff to make room for that transfer. And I started doing that, and I was like, oh, yeah. You can't just move things over. You have to actually remove from somewhere. I think this analogy is relative to creative as well. I have to remove some creative ideas to fit the creative ideas or the creative freedom or the energy into that. I think that makes sense now. So, this is what minimalism can do for you when you're done cleaning out your closet. It starts getting into your mind. And this is the best kind of minimalism, is when you think about the space that swims around in your brain and you clean that up so that there aren't extra things that you can think of. You start removing the Dropbox. You start cleaning up the files, consolidating, taking your creative visions and shrinking those down so you don't have as many, so you can focus more and you can decide. So you have 3 ways to really go about minimalism of the mind: is clarity, then you have intentionalism, like you just got to be really, really specific, like where are these files going to go, for example, if it's digital minimalism. Then dedication or commitment, you got to delete some crap and then be like, yep, I don't need all of these photos of those birds. Okay, cool, it was fun to take photos, but you don't need to actually keep the photos. Commit to deleting them and just being like, I'm done with that. And yeah, it can take some time, and you could say it's not worth your effort, just whatever, but it's not a price tag. It's a clarity thing. It's in your mind. Just, I know, like, is an experimental thought, but imagine if I was like, okay, take all of your photos. They all just got deleted. All of them, but one picture of every single person, the best picture of all of them. All of them are gone. And then take all of your projects, everything, gone. You literally have no digital life. Just some memories that are key that you could print out or literally fit on like a flash drive, or I don't know, it's like a couple gigabytes, maybe less, maybe a gigabyte. Wouldn't that feel so freeing? Wouldn't that feel so light? You'd be like, well, I could live literally my whole life with my phone with that and just keep it on there, or just like a Google Photos cloud, whatever the hell. Done. I know where every single file, I could name off every file that I have if it was like that. And to me, that sounds so nice, so freeing. Of course, then I start going, okay, well, let's delete photos. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I don't want to delete that. I don't want to delete that. So you got to commit. You don't need all of the photos. You don't need all these things taking up space in your head, because they take it away from something else. It's the storage type of thinking. Because I believe that we have a finite amount of focus and a finite amount of, I guess you could say, build-up. Now, a friend of mine, Wayne Goss, he made a post today about how heavy he feels. He was at the gym, and he looked over. I gotta really make another video on this, but he looked over and he saw somebody who was like 10 years younger than him. And he's like, yeah, after everything, I just looked at him. They just seemed so light. And he's like, and I don't mean weight physically. He's like, he's like, I thought about my life, thought about how hard this year has been, and I just felt heavy. Not physically, just heavier all around. And I really resonated with that phrase. I'm just like, yeah, fuck, I feel heavy. And it has nothing to do with my body. I just feel the weight of life. And to me, minimalism, that's the fix.